$158 billion defense bill is waiting for the president's signature. In addition to funding the military, it would also put an end to the COVID-19 vaccine mandate for service members. That requirement was pretty controversial when it was first put in place shortly after the vaccine was released. News 12's Alyssa Lyons joins me from the newsroom. And Alyssa, you talked to a captain in the Army who's in limbo. So what does this bill mean for him?
Yeah, so far more than 8,000 service members chose not to abide by that order. Still, the 11th hour provision to the annual Must Pass Defense Act has forced Biden's hand. Captain Dale Cavender has been waiting and waiting.
Like I'm sort of just in limbo.
To see if his time in the military is over.
I refused the vaccine, went through the whole process of my commander had to sit me down and order me to get it, and then I told him I wasn't going to.
Once a dream.
I was on like exactly the path that I wanted to be on.
Now what he feels is a nightmare.
I'm being punished for disobeying an order. And as it stands, even if they remove the mandate that required the order in the first place, I still disobeyed that order.
Captain Cavender received a general officer memorandum of reprimand for refusing the vaccine.
Written reprimand, which goes on my permanent record as an officer, basically means that I'll probably never get promoted if I do get to stay in.
Now it's up to the Assistant Deputy Secretary of the Army to make a final determination. While there's still ink left in the pen for Biden to sign, the National Defense Authorization Act doesn't protect the ones already given the slip.
They just thanklessly kicked him out without an award, without a thank you, don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Senators voted down an amendment to award back pay and reinstate troops who refuse the vaccine. Instead, they are released on general or honor roll discharge.
Anybody who refused the vaccine couldn't get worse than a general discharge, unless there were some other extenuating circumstances, which I haven't done anything else. So the worst that could happen is general discharge.
But once a soldier, always a soldier.
I only say these things because I want to see the Army succeed. And I think that the only way that can happen is if their shortcomings are made aware.
In the language of that NDAA, the legislation requires the Pentagon to remove the mandate for service members within 30 days of Biden's signature. While the GOP amendment is to reinstate and give back pay to discharged troops failed in a 40-54 vote, Republicans who have the majority in the House next year are already vowing to make plans to change that, Laura.